Welcome back to the Parent's Guide to Winning Survival Minecraft. In the last episode, we trapped our villagers. We created this room for them. Since that last video, I went ahead and expanded out their space a little bit so that I have a little more room to work with. And that's basically all we did. We still got young villagers around. I'm going to go ahead and take this wall down. I no longer need it. Or at least take down part of the wall here. I don't need it. Kind of open the space up a little bit for us. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and drop some torches because we don't want things to spawn here. One right here. That should be good. We got torches everywhere else. Maybe one over here in this corner. Can't have too few torches. I know they light up about 8 spaces, so you don't need as many torches as I got here, but it's a good spot to start. Okay. Now I'm going to go back home and get some more of my resources. Let me go ahead and drop stuff off in here I don't need. I'm not going to need that. Let's see. What else could potentially we need? Maybe we need some dirt. We got a 64 block of dirt. We got saplings. Okay, let's go back home and get a few more things that we're going to need to begin to manipulate the trading system in Minecraft. Because that's really what this becomes down to, is we need to figure out ways to trade. Oh, there's the witch. Oh, also, I forgot. That one villager kept coming looking for a bed. I must not have gotten all the beds. That's why he wouldn't go to sleep in the last episode, because there's another bed. I bet there's one, like, over here somewhere. Let's see. Any homes we haven't seen yet? I bet it's this one. Yeah. Here we go. Well, that's why that one villager wasn't going to sleep the last episode. And there is our witch. She is dropped down, and this is probably not a good thing. We're going to have to face her. Unfortunately, she throws potions that can kill you. By herself, she's not totally deadly, but we're still going to try to kill her quickly. Fortunately, I didn't get poisoned, because one of her potions is a poison potion. When you get hit by that, you pretty much go down to 1 heart, or a half a heart. Again, the witch by herself isn't that big of a deal because you can go down to 1 heart, and if you have food, you immediately pop back up. But if there are any other mobs in the area, that half a heart means you're just a 1-tap from just about any other mob. And that becomes a bit of a problem if there's a bunch of mobs. Okay, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go ahead and grab my saplings. Apparently this tree over here is not going to grow. And that happens sometimes in Fortnite. There's some spots where like it takes forever for trees to grow. And I'm not exactly sure what the reasoning is for that. Some spots they grow easily, some spots they take a lot of time to grow. Again, I'm not really sure why that is, but it's just one of those weird things that just happen. Okay, I'm going to come back in. Back to our point. We're going to manipulate the trading system, and the profession we're going to manipulate the most is the Fletcher. What the Fletcher will buy is sticks. And we'll get into it when we start talking about it. But if I want to sell sticks, what am I going to need? I'm going to need planks. If I'm going to need planks, I'm going to need logs. With logs, I need trees. This is one of the reasons I wanted to look for a big tree when we started this whole adventure. Because that big tree is the easiest way to go about making logs, getting sticks, and then trading with the Fletcher. So first I'm going to go ahead and farm this space right here. This will also give me carrots for not only if I can finish this out, but I should have a couple more carrots left over for breeding purposes. Yeah, we got 27 carrots we can use for breeding. Let's go ahead and grab this as well. This gives us 10, or what, I think 8? No, there's 10 pieces of wheat, 19 seeds, so we can go ahead and just plant our seeds. Nice little stack of seeds for us. 2.5 rows, and then we can, it's getting to be nighttime, so I'm going to go ahead and drop my bed right here and get some sleep. And then we're going to go ahead and feed our cows in the morning. Let's get us some more cows. Come here, cows. Okay, so we've got baby cows coming. We have 5 left over. I'm not going to breed the sheep. I don't really need that many sheep, so we'll leave that the same. But we'll add some more cows in. So I'm going to come back over here and drop off the excess wheat. Oh, we'll go ahead and pick up these extra 2 flint. That gives us 3 flint. And we're back to our village. And what we want to do now is we want to start thinking about, okay, what does our tree farm look like? How many trees are we going to need? What I've found is that about 4 trees are what you want for a farm. 4 big trees are about as much as you can farm in a day, easily. And if you have 4 trees, generally you can pretty much farm indefinitely, because it takes a while to cut down 4 trees, and usually another tree, especially if you plant saplings immediately, will start coming back up by the time you get through all the trees. So it becomes this kind of this nice cycle process. So what I want to do is start looking at where am I going to put trees, and I'm going to use, what I'm going to use are these dirt blocks here. I got 7 saplings, and I'm going to create spot for 4 trees. So we'll start, say, like right here, somewhere near our thing, so that we can easily go back and trade and go ahead and get one planted. I'm going to come over here. Let's put down a second tree spot. And here I don't have 4 saplings, so I'm just going to put down 1 for now. And then we'll come back over here, maybe drop another one over here somewhere. Again, I'll just drop 1 sapling because I don't really have a ton of saplings right now. I'm going to come over here and maybe drop 1 over here. Kind of fill this in a little bit. And this looks like a pretty good spot for our last tree spot. You got to make sure the trees are a little bit further apart so they don't grow into each other. So you kind of have to space them out a little bit. And now we wait for our trees to grow up. And while that's happening, I'm going to come in here and talk about getting villagers to trade with you. If we come back over here, we see our fisherman guy over here. Get rid of his thing. And if this block right here, this barrel, is what he uses to determine what profession he is. So if I get rid of his barrel and give it a minute, he'll change professions. Now what we need to do is we need to go through our village. I need to not let them escape. Shut that before they get out. And go around and break the different blocks that are associated with each profession. Over here in the farms, you have all these composting things. This is the one for the farmer. So we'll grab him. We'll grab all the farm ones. Each little farm spot's going to have a composter. And then any of your bigger buildings, or kind of different buildings from those little basic building right there, probably have some type of... The lectern, this is used by librarians, usually has some type of profession associated with it. The rest of these are just a little bitty ones. So there's nothing... Well, no, this building right here is a special looking building. I'm going to guess if I go in here, there's probably some other profession potentially. No, just a straight building. So you got to look for the odd looking buildings. Sometimes they'll have profession stuff. There'll be a stone cutter, a furnace. Blast furnace will be for like an armorer. There's all the different professions have their block associated with them. I'm going to come in here. Let's drop this off. Did our guy lose his farming ability? Or did I get all the farms? How many are there? No, I did not get all the farms. Let me go get all the farms real quick. Be right back. Yeah, there was a couple farms over here. Let me go ahead and grab their blocks. Yeah, there's 4 more. Boom. You know, if you're going to be doing farming instead of tree logging, which is a legitimate way of doing the same thing, which is having something to sell, you can use farmers. I just don't find farmers efficient enough. They are a good way to potentially make money, but you're going to need like 20 carrots per emerald, so you need hundreds and hundreds of carrots, which means you're going to need a pretty big farm. And farming just doesn't replenish itself as fast as trees. That's the biggest reason I go with trees rather than farming as my means of collecting stuff. So where'd my little villager go? Where'd you go, villager? Oh, he's over here. Let's put down another profession and see if we can get him to change professions, just for the kind of the see how this works. If I put a, are you going to change to be a farmer? Yeah. So he changed to be a farmer, and if we take away the farming one, he'll go to being nothing. What we need is a Fletcher table to create a Fletcher. So if I come in here and search on Fletching table, Fletcher table, I need 2 flint and I need a bunch of oak planks. I only have 1 flint here, so I need, no, I've got 3 flint, so I can make 1. I just need some logs, and I'm just going to go ahead and make all of these for now. And we come back in here, we can create our fletching table. I got my fletching table. Let's see if we can make this guy a Fletcher. So I'm going to go ahead and drop him there. Yes, he's a Fletcher. If I look at his trades, 32 sticks is 1 emerald. You need 2 sticks per plank. I need 16 planks to make an emerald. That means 4 logs make 16 planks. So every 4 logs we cut down from a tree, we're going to get 1 emerald, which is a pretty nice little find. Let's see if any of our trees started growing yet. Of course not. No. At this point, we need these trees to kind of grow, so we're going to chill out for a minute, let them grow. Okay, I'm back. After a short break, we let this big tree grow. We're going to probably need another axe to cut it down because we're starting to not have as much axe space. So I'm going to come in here and let's see. Let's go ahead and make a few more sticks. And let's go ahead and make another axe for ourselves. That'll give us a second axe. Let me go ahead and fill this up with stuff I don't need anymore. We don't need the door, we don't need the barrel, we don't need the composters, we don't need the lectern right now. We have bone. Okay, we'll keep the lectern in our for now in here. Okay, we got what we need. Let's go ahead and eat. It's starting to be nighttime, so we're also gonna go ahead and try to get some sleep, and we'll start over, refresh the new day, and cut down this tree real quick. Is it nighttime yet? Come on. There we go, nighttime. We don't want to start cutting down the tree as it's getting dark because that leads to bad issues. Okay, so now we look at our inventory. We have no blocks. Let's see how many blocks this tree will give us. Let's fast forward. Okay, we've cut down the tree. Another tree's grown there. We got 65 planks, or 65 spruce logs. So on average, most trees will give you about 64 logs. There can be bigger versions of these trees, which will give you upwards of 90 or so, and then some smaller ones that might give you just under 64. But that's a pretty good haul for a log. You know, the smaller ones, on the other hand, these are only going to give you 5 or 6. This is the reason we want the big ones. The big ones will give you 64. These will give you 6. You would need, what, 9 or 10 trees, 10 or 11 trees to equate to 1 big tree. If I can get 4 big trees going, I've got a ton of wood. So now we're going to wait for these things to drop saplings so we can replant. Like, this should drop 6 or 7 saplings. This should drop another couple saplings. It's pretty easy to start backing up on saplings and getting enough for all of our builds. Eventually you'll get overrun by saplings because there's so many that fall. But what I want to do is come in here and start trading. Unfortunately, it's raining. These villagers really don't like the rain and will run all over the place. So what I'm going to do is come in here, look at him. He trades sticks, 32 sticks, so we need sticks. So what I'm going to do is come in here, convert my 64 logs into planks, and then from there go ahead and convert them all to sticks. So now we've got sticks to trade. Let's go ahead and trade with this guy. We're at level 18. Let's see how much experience we can get from trading from this guy. So we trade once, twice, and we can just kind of keep trading until we run out of sticks. And actually we can't. Eventually you begin to run out of trading with a Fletcher. I have traded to get up to 16 emeralds. That's as much as the Fletcher will trade. And then he runs out of inventory. Fortunately, the inventory resets every day. All I have to do is wait for a new day. This is the other reason I go ahead and do four trees. Is so that I can continually cut down. Well, that's more than I can sell to him. So what we really need is more Fletchers. And since I have 4 trees, each tree gives about 64 blocks. I would probably need 4 Fletchers. That way if I cut down all 4 trees, I would have enough wood to, or enough Fletchers to be able to sell all of my wood in a day. And that becomes pretty much the pattern. I go ahead and cut down 3 or 4 trees as they grow. Let me go ahead and get this tree while I'm here. It takes me about a day to do that. The trades for the Fletcher reset. I sell my 4 stacks of... of wood to him, of logs, because each Fletcher can handle 64 logs. We'll trade for 64 logs, and then I can just reset every day. And then it becomes this kind of every day you cut down trees, you make emeralds, you come back, you do it again. So we're going to wait for them to continue to fall. And we're going to come in here and make a couple more fletching tables. Okay, I only have 1 emerald. The reason I grabbed gravel back there is because gravel can be, every time it's broken, there's a chance that it will be converted to flint. So if we create a big stack here, let me go ahead and grab my flint and put it in here like this. And of course, none of them converted to flint. Let's make a bigger stack. So I'm going to jump up, and then I'm going to work my way down. And eventually, one of these blocks will become flint instead of, there we go, there's a second flint. And we're going to need 6 of these. There's 3. So one of the things that we can get from mining is gravel, because there's always going to be gravel down there. And then we can use the gravel to create the flint we need. There's 4. We need 2 more pieces of flint that we can then use to make our fletching tables. Come on. Need 2 more. Come on, give me 2 more. Come on, really? And this is very much a luck thing. And we could do this and get a bunch of them quickly. And we can sit here and do this for a long time sometimes and get those 6 pieces. So we're going to continue down and try to get... Come on. Come on, give me 2 more. Of course, there's only one time to do this. There we go. We finally got our 6th one. Yay! And of course, we get 7 right there. Awesome. Now we can take the remaining parts of our logs, create some wood. Now we've got 3 fletching tables. And we can go ahead and put them over here. Usually I like to kind of spread them out a little bit to give the room for the fletchers to kind of come back, because they have to actually come back to their table to be able to reset the trades at the end of the day. So now we've got 1, 2 fletchers, we've got 3 fletchers, and an idiot over here. So we need to go ahead and start seeing if we can get some more breeding going. And I'm going to come over here and kill this nitwit. Nitwits can't trade. They're not very useful. Usually you don't want a ton of them to start the game, because what happens is once you get enough villagers, you'll get an iron golem to protect them. The iron golem will attack you if you try to attack the villagers. So it's always good to try to get your nitwits away from early so you don't get a bunch of them, because they're kind of just a waste of space. They really don't do anything for you, and that can be really frustrating. So I'm going to go ahead and really, come on. Give this Fletcher some. Hopefully they'll start breeding some more. And I'm going to come back out here and see what happened to saplings while they hopefully start breeding. But we do have 3 Fletchers. That's a good spot to start in our process. Let's come out here and get some more saplings. Yay, our last tree grew in the process. How many saplings are we getting here? 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's good. As you can see, you get a lot more saplings than you need to get your trees going. So it becomes kind of this easy process. And again, you'll be overrun with saplings by the time you do this long enough. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plant these saplings over here. Boom, 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 boom. Start the tree process. Up there's the last one I need. That'll allow me to get this other tree over here going. Looks like the villagers over there are beginning to breed, which is always a good sign. Here comes some more saplings. Let me grab more saplings. Okay. And this process continues on. So now we've got multiple Fletchers, but at this point, you know, I really don't want multiple Fletchers. I need to be able to do something with my emeralds. I've got 16 emeralds. I want to sell them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the lectern. The lectern, I'm going to go ahead and break these for now. And I'm going to drop down a lectern over here. And one of these villagers will turn right there, will turn into a librarian. With the librarian, he sells enchanted books, which we'll talk about later, but really what I want is a librarian. So we get rid of his profession, we drop it down again, we get another librarian. It's nighttime. Here, trade with me. He wants to give me an enchantment as well. Let me go ahead and get some sleep. And we'll try this again the next day. But generally the librarian wants to give... The basic librarian will trade for bookshelves, because what I need right now are bookshelves for... Yeah, so 9 emeralds for 1 bookshelf. I can go ahead and make the 1 trade. I got my bookshelf. I'm down to 7 emeralds. I can only buy 1 bookshelf. I need about, what, 10 bookshelves to get a fully functional... Let me drop off some stuff I don't need anymore. To get a fully functional enchantment table over there that deals with level 30 enchantments. So I need probably, what, 10 more bookcases. So for me to get 10 more bookcases, I'm going to need 81 more emeralds, which means I need to cut down at least 2 more big trees. And thus begins the grind. So now what we want to do is we want to be able to go over and cut down trees and trade. One of the things I talked about last time was I was at level 18 when I started trading. So that 1 tree got me from level 18, the beginning of level 18, up to the middle of level 19. So every tree I cut down gives me almost a level of experience. So by the time I cut down these next couple trees, I'll be level 20 something. Once I get to level 30, then I can do full enchantments. Now we begin kind of the grind element of this game, where I need to just start cutting down trees, getting up to level 30, gathering some bookcases, setting up a full enchantment, and then we'll see what kind of enchantments we can get on our enchanting table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this episode up right now. I'm going to go kind of off screen here and do some side work out off the stream so that we can go ahead and get everything we need as far as emeralds and levels so that we can begin our process. But basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down trees and trade and get a bunch of emeralds, go ahead and get the bookcases I need, and we'll get the next episode, we'll start talking about enchantments. I'll also probably take this space here, since I got to wait for some of these trees to grow up, and protect this area. Here I am right next to the base. If I can put down some fencing all around here, I can kind of protect myself from creepers that will spawn throughout the world, because that's generally what I want to do, is be in a protected environment while I'm doing this. So the last thing you want to do is be cutting down a tree and then find a creeper who climbed up behind you and killed you. So I want to secure this area, and I'm going to do that by putting in a fencing. So between now and this next episode, I'm going to cut down trees, I'm going to put up a fence, and give us the things we need to start the enchantment process. On that note, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and be notified when new content is available. And as always, have a great day if you want to.